Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to Alive Wellness. My name is Emma and I'm going to be taking you through a beautiful Pilates flow today. I want you to think spine mobility, core activation, hip openings and link through the body, but we're just going to flow for 20 minutes. So I want you to start on your hands and knees with me. We're going to have our knees underneath our hips and our hands underneath our shoulders here. Now have those toes untucked and then just begin to feel that breath through the body here. So we're going to inhale as we look up to the ceiling, arch your lower back. And then we're going to exhale to round that spine and look in towards yourself. Drop the head down. So we're finding that opening here through the back. We're finding that mobility. I want you to really focus on trying to find space between the vertebrae. Allow the breath to guide this movement. We're just warming up the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's take 2 more of these. Beautiful. I want you to take 1 more full round here. We're going to end in that point. We're in our neutral spine. So the back isn't extended as it isn't arching. It's just nice and long here. Now rather than dropping the head down, we're keeping it in line with that spine. Now let's just begin to activate the stomach a little bit here. So we're pressing down with the hands, we're squeezing through that belly. We're not allowing the ribs to flare, we're drawing them in. Now you're going to shift your weight over to your right knee and your left hand. The other arm and leg are going to extend out long. They're going to come up till they're in line with your body. Then we're going to drop them down gently back onto the mat. We alternate sides. Now you're exhaling as you find that extension, that length. We're inhaling to drop it back down. Now make sure that you're feeling that connection into the stomach the whole time. So we're just really strong and stable through that torso. Remember, we work slow and controlled here. And I want you to make sure that you're not allowing the ribs to flare down. We're keeping that neutral spine by creating activation in the stomach. Now I want you to think opposite fingertips and toes are really extending away, and then you slowly draw them in, connecting deeper into that stomach. Let's take 1 more either side. Exhale out. Inhale back in. Last one here. Good. Just drop the knees and hands down. Now find that 4-point kneeling position. You're going to send your left arm underneath the body. I want you to drop it down till your shoulder reaches the mat. Now from here, you're going to twist and look up to the ceiling. Now we're just trying to stretch and open that upper back. This might be enough for you. If you do feel like you've got that range today, let's extend the right arm up. Really look towards your fingertips. Reach them to the ceiling. Create that lovely stretch through your thoracic spine, your upper back. The part of the back that holds you upright. It's your posture. You really want to lengthen it here. Allow it to relax. Let's take 1 more breath like this. And exhale, release. We're taking it into that second side. Drop your right arm down this time. Send it out long. Place the shoulder down, twist and look up. Now remember, this might be enough for you. If you want that extra challenge, we're sending that left arm up. We're twisting, we're looking towards those fingertips. Now you've got energy through the arm here. Really gently and expansively breathe into the stretch. Release your upper back. 1 more breath here. And exhale, release. We're coming back to our hands and knees. Finding that neutral spine again. Now just check that your shoulders aren't up to your ears here. We've got a nice long neck. We're stable in the body. Now we're going back to that first side. So right arm and left leg extend out long. Feel that stability in the body. From here, you're going to tuck the elbow and knee towards each other. Then you're going to extend them back out long in line with the body. Inhale as you tuck it. Exhale to extend. Now remember, we're focusing on length today. We want to extend our muscles. We want to grow them longer and leaner. Inhale, tuck. Use that full breath out to find that extension. Make sure you're keeping that neck released. We're looking to the front of our mat. We go for 3, 2, last one like this. And let's release down. We're going to that second side. Extend that arm and leg straight back out. Pause. Don't collapse that body. Draw the stomach towards the spine here. We're going to tuck in with our inhale. Extend out with our exhale. Remember, those fingertips and toes are extending away from each other. We're lengthening them. We're lengthening the body. Beautiful. Let's go for another 3. We go for 2. Last one like this. And release. You're going to place that hand and knee back down. Pause for a second. Just find the even weight placement between the knees and hands here. Good. Now we're going to go back to that, just the right arm this time. So the knees both stay down, but you're going to extend the right arm up overhead. So it's reaching to the front of your mat. Now keeping the torso still, we're just going to bend that right elbow, bring it down to the side of the body, then extend it back up overhead. So now we're just beginning to bring a little bit of strength into that upper back. Remember, we spoke about the posture here. That upper back, that thoracic spine allows us to bring the shoulders back, to bring the chest forward, to set your spine beautiful and lengthened as we walk around through the day. So drawing that right elbow into the side of the body, we're just really trying to pull down through the lats. That is the big muscle through your spine. We're trying to activate it here to allow us to stand in that lovely long posture. Now the whole time we're doing this, we're thinking full body. The core is still active to support us. The glutes are on to stabilize us. We're here just for 3, 2. Now on that next one, you're going to keep the elbow bent. From here, I just want you to do tiny pulses up. You know, I love a pulse. We're just going to add that extra level of strength into that thoracic spine for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release down. We're going straight to the second side. Float that left arm up. Do not shift your weight here. Keep it even. We're bending the left elbow into the side of the body, extending up. Now make sure your neck stays long here as well. So I want you to imagine someone has a string on the crown of your head. Now they are pulling you forwards. They are pulling your neck. They're lengthening the neck. They're lengthening the whole spine, allowing you to keep that neutral position. We always want to work in neutral because that is how we move throughout our day. So let's build the muscles around that neutral spine. We've just got another 3 here. Allow the breath to flow. Exhale to bend, inhale to extend. That breath is always going to help you. Let's take one more here. Bend that elbow, pause. Now from here we take small little pulses here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Place that hand down. I want you to send the hips towards the heels. Reach your arms forwards. Allow your head to drop here. Now you really want your spine to extend, your hips to drop to those heels. Good. Now from here, I want you to just flip over onto your back now. So we're going to come all the way down to lying. I want you to keep your feet on the ground for me to start. And let's just bring our arms up towards the ceiling. So we're reaching through those fingertips. Now from here, I just want you to take a few little pelvic tilts. So we're tucking the pelvis under, then we're extending it away, tilting it away. Just again, think mobility in that lower back. Loosen off any tension here. Before we find that point now in the middle where we've got that neutral position. So we're not forcing a tuck or forcing a tilt. We're just allowing the hips to be nice and heavy into our mat. Now you're going to gently float your right leg up into tabletop without moving the pelvis. Then float that left leg to join it. So now knees are over hips, shins are parallel with the mat. Keep reaching out through those fingertips. I want you to extend your right leg out long now. You're going to lower it down towards your mat. Just allow it to hover off the mat. And then draw it back in to tabletop. We're alternating sides, extend, lower down. Now again, we're thinking length here. We're growing longer from the top of the hip. Now as you move, exhale, extend away. Inhale to come in. That pelvis does not move. We don't arch the lower back. We don't flatten it. We keep it still. Good. Now if this feels like it's too much pressure on your spine, you can place the hands down. Put a little bit of pressure into your mat to support that lower back. But if you can, I want you to keep them up today because we are going to layer this movement in a minute. Now I want you to feel that length from the top of the hip. So as that leg extends away, that hip flexor also extends and we reach the toes to the opposite side of our room. Good, let's take one more just like this. Then if your arms are still up, I want you to add another layer with me. So we're going to extend the opposite arm. Then they're both going to reach away from each other, lower to the mat, and draw back in to reset. So just like when we were kneeling here, except this time we're reversing it. We're on our back. We've got a little bit more strength into the stomach. Now if your hands are still down by your side, if the lower back is taking too much load, let's just do the exact same movement, but just continue with only the legs moving. So you've got your options there. Breathe out, extend, breathe in to bend. I want to see 3 more like this. Remember today we're thinking length, we're thinking mobility before we find that strength. So we're really trying to find beautiful, lovely, long, juicy movements for the body. We want ourselves to feel good after this. This is your last one here. Now you're going to place the feet back down into the mat. We're going to reach the arms up overhead now. I want you to extend them above you. Now from here, let's fill up those lungs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press the hands through the air. We're going to bring the head to the chest. We're just taking a crunch. Look to your belly, then gently release back down. Continue to find that length here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, roll back down. Now as you move here, again, we want to keep that pelvis still. So we're not tucking, we're not arching, we're just allowing it to stay in neutral. Let's continue to move here for 3 more. And again, we are going to be layering this movement. So if you don't want to come with me, you're just going to continue these crunches like this. If you feel like your core might be slightly weaker today, or you just want to pull it back a bit, then I want you to stay doing these crunches as we are. Otherwise, I want you to extend your legs just a little bit further away from you. This time, as we bring the hands up to the ceiling, we're going to continue to roll up to sitting. Reach through those fingertips, keep the feet down. At the top, we send the sit bones down, we stack up nice and tall. Then you're going to scoop into that belly and reverse that movement down all the way to the mat. Hands reach overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, go again. Head to chest, curl up. Gently feel that activation in the stomach. Let's sit nice and tall. And reverse that movement back down. So again, I want you to think spine mobility. As you roll up here, each vertebrae is lifting up separately. So we're rolling through the spine, all the way up to sitting, sorry. And then again, I want you to find that same reverse back down. Each vertebrae lowers down separately. If you're still taking just those normal crunches, it is the same thing. Now we've only got 3 more here. Let's go for 2. We're using that exhale to come up, and we're using that inhale to lower back down. I want you to take 1 more here. Good. Roll all the way back down. Wherever you are, let's extend the legs long, extend the arms overhead. Take a nice big reach through the body. Let's fill up the lungs with that inhale, and then exhale, melt into your mat. We are going to flip over onto our side. I want to do a little bit of work into those glutes here. Now again, we're thinking mobility and length today. So I want you to come into a nice long position here. Now, I want your head to be on your arm. I don't mind which leg you start with, you can decide, but I want you to feel that nice length all the way down the body. Your feet should be in line with your body here. Now from here, let's begin to continue to squeeze into that belly. Find that activation here. You're gonna point through your right foot, your top foot, whichever leg it is, and I want you to just gently float it up towards the ceiling. Then we're gonna flex through that foot and float it back down. So we point to extend up, flex to lower down. Now I want you to send that leg away from you as you lift it up, and then away from you as you lower it down. Now we're not kicking the leg, we're not forcing it. You're using that top glute to lead this movement here. So make sure you're squeezing it before that leg even begins to float. Good. Same thing with that breath. We exhale to curl up, and we inhale to lower it down. Beautiful. Float it up. Float it down. You're just going to take 2 more here. We're finding that strength into that top glute. Good. Send that leg as far away from you as you can. I want you to hold it up this time. Now again, we keep that leg nice and lengthened. You're going to tap it towards the front corner of your mat. Tap it down, then float it back up in line with the body. Let's inhale, float it down. Exhale, back up. Now again, you want to feel that length. We want to send that leg away from us as we move. You want that hip flexor to be extended here as well. Use the breath to lead the pace of that movement. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's take 3 more here. We go for 2. Let's take 1 more here. I want you to keep that leg up for me now. Let's just bring it so it's back in line with our hip, so it's at hip height. You're going to draw little circles now. Again, still focus on that length of circle. It's not the ankle, it's the whole leg moving in that hip socket. Let's go other direction with those circles. Good. And we're going to finish it off with pulses here. Let's go for 5. Keep that leg straight for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that top leg down. Good. Tap out the glute if you need. I want you to come up now. What we're going to do is you're going to bring that top leg, you're going to bend it and bring it so it's behind your body, and then that leg that was at the bottom is going to come to the front. So from here, we're going to sit tall on those sit bones. We're going to take it into a mermaid stretch. So just a reminder, the leg that was on top is now coming behind us. The leg that was on the bottom is in front. Let's sit up tall. If you need, you can place a pillow underneath your glute. You can also come to kneeling. So you've got those options here. Now from here, I want you to reach your hand towards that leg that is at the back, pressing to the back of your mat. We're going to lift that arm up. We're gonna reach all the way to the ceiling and then over to the other side of the mat. I want you to allow the head to release. Feel that length, that stretch down the side of the body. And then restack back up. So we inhale, reach up and over. Exhale into that stretch. One more here. Make sure the neck stays relaxed. Inhale up. Exhale, we're gonna hold it over for a little bit longer now. I want you to rotate the chest down to the mat. And then we're gonna rotate up towards the ceiling here. Inhale, rotate down. Exhale, rotate up. One more for me. That exhale is going to stack us back onto those sit bones. And we're going to just simply switch the feet to the other side. Now before we go into that side line, we're going to take the mermaid stretch here. So this time we're reaching towards the other side of the mat. We're going to lift the arm up to the ceiling. Then take that nice side bend over, release the head. Down, release the neck. Let's come back up now. I want you to inhale as you gather in that oxygen. Gather in that air. Exhale to come over. Remember, we're thinking length today. We're finding that space through the side of the body. We're stretching the fascia here, away from the bones. We're lengthening everything. So we come for one more stretch to the side. Now I want you to hold this one for longer, because we're going to rotate down to our mat, drop the head down, and then rotate up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, come back up to the ceiling. One more for me. Let's restack back up. Let's simply flip the feet. We're going to come onto our second side. This way down. Legs out long. Arm long. So whichever side you did first, we're now on the opposite side. Hips are stacked on top of each other. We have that nice line through the body. Now let's just find a bit of squeeze and activation into that belly. So we're not collapsing here. We're drawing everything in. We're strong. We're going to point through that top leg. Float it to the ceiling. Flex. Float. Back. Down. Let's exhale to come up. Reach that leg away from you. Inhale to lower back down. Lovely, guys. Remember, with Pilates, we want to find the ease in the movement. So rather than thinking, oh my God, this is so hard, this is such a struggle, I want you to think, oh my gosh, this feels easy, this feels lovely, this feels long. You might be laughing at me now going, what? That sounds impossible. But if you really use that breath, you can actually find a little bit of ease here. So use that exhale to float the leg up. Use the inhale to gather everything as we lower down. Point, we come up. Flex, we lower down. Let's take just 3 more like this. Think ease, think length. If it helps, shut those eyes down. Really be with your body here. Feel the activation through the glute as you float the leg. On our next one, we're going to keep that leg lifted now. Now you should feel that activation in that top glute. We're going to tap it to the front of our mat. Then we're going to float it back up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float it up. Lovely work, just 3 more like this. I'm very aware that I think I've definitely gone over that 20 minutes I said we were doing, so it is actually a probably 30-minute beautiful Pilates flow length here. We're going to keep that leg lifted now. Bring it back so it's in line with the body, and let's just begin to draw those circles from the top of the hip. Now you should feel that activation through the glute the whole time. Let's circle in the other direction. Try to keep the torso stable. Try to still focus on that strength from the center, from the core. We're gonna pulse to finish. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release. Lower that leg down. Good. Tap out that hip if you need to. We are going to come up to sitting. I want you to just take a little stretch for those glutes to finish here. Let's sit nice and tall. If you need, place a cushion underneath your glutes. We're going to bring our leg that was just at the bottom first on top of the other one. Plant the foot down into your mat. Send your sit bones down, sit up tall here. Now from here, we're going to hug that knee towards us and we're going to twist toward that bent leg. Place your other hand on the mat and just rotate and look towards the back of your mat here. Now I want you to take a few deep breaths into the stretch to finish. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now as you go into your day, or maybe your evening, I want you to really think of those words we spoke about today: mobility, length, strength from within. Those words are going to help us to set that nice posture through our day, to find stability in all of our movements, and to allow us to really just feel easy as we move. Let's release that stretch. We'll take it to the other side. Place the foot on the mat, send that foot down, sit nice and tall here. You're going to hug that knee to your body, twist around, send those sit bones down, lengthen your spine, look to the back of your mat. Breathe into it, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take one more breath together. Let's inhale here. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And then unravel yourselves from there. We're just going to come to kneeling. Let's take one more breath together. I want you to reach up through the fingertips. Gather in that oxygen one last time. We're going to exhale. Let that all go. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you've got any requests for any other videos you want to see from us, please leave them in the comments. Otherwise, have a lovely start to your week, rest of your week, wherever you are. But thank you.